Hello, beautiful.
Hello.
Hello. Again, we are back stronger than ever every time that we have a beautiful pre-recording episode. Love it. And as we were talking, we had this beautiful topic coming along that we will share with you today for episode 52. Sorry, episode 52. We thought about talking about letting go of the past, whatever the past represents to you, right? So today we're going to play with this and discuss and discover what is exactly this past that hurts and make us want to hold on to, and how can we actually let go of it, right? What does it represent for you, and how it actually can pain you over the long run the more you keep holding on to your past. What does it look like, right? um so yeah, let's start with that. I don't know if you want to start or I start, whatever you want, my dear Miriam. I was thinking of maybe defining what is this quote unquote past that we hold on, and what does
Mhm,
it look like to hold on to it.
mhm. Do you want to start?
I don't mind. I don't mind at all. Either way, I really just enjoy my time with you, Miriam. I felt very inspired to talk about this episode with you because what you were sharing with me was so beautiful, and I could feel the pain that we have when we go through the past itself. Myself personally, I have not been dealing a lot with holding on with the past. It's not a wound that I've been, repeating in my pattern, but I've seen around me, including a really close member of my family, right? A parent that have been holding grudges and holding the past for most of his life. Um, the way I would say it is a past is a form of a chunk of what you think is your identity. I say think because once again, it's a perception, it's a perspective, and it's a belief that do not serve you, right? So this form of past that you're holding on is kind of if it was part of your identity that is still alive today, even though it passed, right? So I would say this form of past is what it is. So it would be what it would be. It could be a missed opportunity, right? It could be a missed relationship, a missed potential that you could have developed with a relationship or a partner or another person. It could be a missed opportunity to show up your best way, to not lose face, to not you lose your image or your reputation of who you think you are, and that you did not show up at this way and that what people can think of you, right? The image. Look at it, always come back to the same image, reputation, potential of connection, a potential also a missed opportunity for a business. Did you miss perhaps in the past an opportunity in work or in your business that you like, shit, I should have taken that, right? So when you hold on to a past, it often is related to regret. Do you regret something? Do you feel like you have should have done something differently in the past? And then this feeling of regret is what making you hold on to it. So that's what it looks like when you hold on to your past. Regret, you think back to it, you you turn over again and again the stories of what happened, and then you have this little theme going back on, and then you play back the stories and what happened, and the events of the past again and again. And then you have feelings of amertume. I don't have to say it in English, but feeling of like not feeling good, right? When you think back of this past in this episode, you don't really feel good about it. You feel the regret coming back up. You feel maybe a sense of revolt, whatever this event brought in you. You feel a sense of sadness. You feel a sense of betrayal. You feel a sense perhaps of not being proud of yourself. All this little feeling is like if you're back into this event, right back in the present.
Mm.
And that's how powerful the mind is that no matter where you are right now, we could be today in March 2026, just by the power of your mind and your memory, you're back in 10 years back. You're back in 5 years back. You're back in 25 years back. And it's like you're living it again and again. And it's freaking painful every time you rethink about it if you don't work through it. So I'm gonna stop here. What do you think? We're not we're like tunnel vision.
I love this subject, to be honest, or this topic. I really love it, and it's so present to me as well. Um, I have two things that actually reminded me on it. It's I don't know if you saw it on the socials. The young Olympian, she's a ski driver, a woman,
Yep.
and yeah, I think she does skiing, and she's very young but like sharp. She's there, present, you know. And she has this interview where a journalist is asking her um, if she's even thinking while she's speaking, kind of, you know, because she's so sharp and immediately on time. She knows exactly what is going on and how to process. And she she just replies, you know, I understood that I can shift the way I think. So how cool is it that I am responsible for the way I think? I am responsible for the things that I want to hold on to, the things that I want to release, and I can shift my entire identity only by believing and acting in a different way. So whoever I was yesterday, it doesn't mean that I have to be that person tomorrow, you know? So that is the power we have with neuroscience as well, like people explaining you to believe in yourself, visualization, teachers who are helping athletes or high achieving people to change their mindset, right? And also, as you say, everything is within you. It's so true. Everything is perspective. So there is no need to change anything, because you can only change yourself by thinking in a different way. Um, that was something that was very interesting to me. The second part was um, I was listening to an interview of millionaire. So how do we get rich? How do we make money? It could be also how to learn splits, how to learn this, how to become a chef, whatever. It doesn't matter. So um, the main part was to understand that in order to become that next person, you have to shift your identity. So that means related to the past, you have to let go of the past. And I know it's so cliche to say that let go of that relationship, let go of this. You have to let go, you know, but to really understand. And some people are smart in the sense of doing it like this the next day. Like when people ask you how long does it take to get over a relationship, some people say years, some people say a week. It's not because you felt deeper, it's because you choose to change. You know, it's always here. You have to understand when you're ready to change, you're ready to let go, you can change the next day, actually. So a heartbreak can take 3 days if you want to. So it's the same for becoming a millionaire. If you want to become rich, this guy is saying you need to understand this person who is a millionaire. It's a frequency that you create, right? It's a way of thinking, it's a way of acting, it's a way of behaving, it's a way of learning, understanding, processing stuff, changing. So, are you there right now? So, you can have all the money, but you can lose it the next day because your frequency is not there yet to hold and to align with that. So, this is why a lot of people who gain a lot of money through gaming or stuff like this, they can also lose it very fast. So this is why it's so important to understand the shift in identity, as you also said. Who do you want to be, and who is this person, this Mariam, this Macy, as a millionaire identity? Does she walk like that? Does she think like that? Does she hold on to the past? Is she easy with letting it go? Right? So this is so, it was such a beautiful thing to understand that money or whatever skill you want to learn is really about understanding that you can, but you can once you understand that you are that person. If you always say, I can't do this, I am not that, I am only this, I am this, I am this, you will not believe that you earn this, you're allowed to receive that. So it's so important to understand things will come to you the moment you understand that you are allowed of receiving that and owning that. You have to believe in that, and that's so easy to say, right?
No,
Because
it's just said and done, right? But
I,
everything you just said, girl, I'm gonna use your piece of extract on the podcast to just explain exactly what I do, girl. This is insanely well said, girl. This is exactly what I specialize on, and that's what I've practiced on myself. The power of changing your identity through your mind, rewiring your brain, rewiring your belief system, rewiring your neural pathways. And we do that through repetition. And we go and observe and address what are the blockages inside of us, right? Because like you said, it's easier to say, okay, let me think like a millionaire. But what blocks you from thinking like a millionaire? What blocks you from shifting this energy and this identity? That's everything you just said is exactly what I specialize in. It's insanely well said, girl, and I love that so much. And it's exactly it. Is the power of co-creating your life. I said co-create, right? Because there's a universe energy, and we talked about spirituality the previous episode. It's about embodying and harmonizing with what the universe wants you to learn, right? So when I say co-creating, is the life that you want, being your best version, being your highest version, and it all starts from within. The podcast is called It's All Within. So this is true. And I love that you gave the example of the athlete because this is exactly it. The power of your mind and your identity will define what you're capable, what you want to attract more in your life. So I want to bring back because I know you've experienced something that was very difficult in your past and you had a really hard time letting go of this past. Would you like to share more a little bit about why making hard to hold on to this past and make it so hard to let go truly, right, about this episode, so that people and a beautiful audience can relate.
yes, because I think that the reason why you are not there where you want to be, it has nothing to do with the circumstances you're in, the things that happen to you. It's you. It's completely you. Um, and the reason why I love to share that is because I see and I believe that there are so many people out there who were in the same mindset like I was for a while. And it's kind of like I'm not only saying a victim mindset. It can also be different things, because I wouldn't say that I have a victim mindset, but something that uh, maybe believes in not deserving. Because I was thinking in that way for a long time, so for me it took me a long time to realize that all the things, because I always knew I understand things fast, I do my work in a good quality, I receive beautiful feedback and everything, but why are things not flowing the way that I want, because at the end of the day, money speaks, your energy speaks, your circumstances that you're in right now, they speak. So even if you have a good and sharp brain and you understand things, you know how to talk and but if your reality is not in that setting right now, it means something is not flowing right now. And this is something you cannot fake. So I had this crush of everything removing itself, my work, relationship, friends, money, a lot of things all at once, and then going back to your old life, like
Mm.
parenthood life again, and also knowing like I knew it was a moment for me I can't blame anyone. I cannot blame any circumstance right now. Nothing. Because it was me. It was my responsibility to understand that everything you do, I mean, it's part of growing up, is your responsibility. Everything you're in. And yes, life is different for some people. Some people grow up with these circumstances, some people with them, but everyone has the same struggle and the same way of understanding in which frequency, in which energy do I want to continue and move through life. So when I say or when I go back to my hardship in life, I was holding on to it for a very long time because I felt I was not deserving of more. I always felt I want more, and I know I can. When I saw people making money, when I saw people being in that kind of loving relationship, I always felt like, but I understand so many things. I did this kind of work and this kind of stuff, so why am I not there? So when you're not there, obviously something is not flowing. And not only in your energy, also in the way you think, in the way you um in the way you see yourself. Because a lot of times you can also be in your head and
Mm-hmm.
make your identity bigger and worse than it is, Um, that is one part, the deserving part, your belief of your identity. And then there's also the action part. Because the more you believe that is your identity, you will never go out of it. Things are not flowing for you, the less you will take action because you will stay in this. Or you will take action for a little moments and then you get disencouraged, unmotivated, whatever. And maybe you just do it for a moment and you switch to another activity or release it again. So this big thing of shifting your identity, of really understanding that you have to be a different person, meaning you have to think different towards yourself, towards the world, towards your family, towards your mom, towards your partner. You have to move different. You have to behave different. You have to dress maybe different. So if you want to be that superstar or that millionaire, is the person talking the way that you're talking right now? Is the person dressing the way that you're dressing right now? Is the person holding on to the things that were happening in the past, like you were doing? Because that is energy. You give so much of your energy towards the past instead of giving it towards the present. Because
Mm-hmm.
even the future is in the future. All you have is the present. It's all we have is now. We don't
Yeah.
know what is happening next week, So you either are the person who's giving the energy towards the past or towards the future. Why don't you give the energy right now towards yourself, into where you are right now, into your present, into whatever is in front of you?
Well,
So,
that's beautiful because the reason why you were comparing your past to your present is that deep down you thought that was the best I could have and I might never have it again. So then we hold on to this past, this form of identity that you were back in this past. Right? So that's very interesting you said because I am inspired to say the perhaps one of the reasons you're holding on to this past is that you're not satisfied with your current present. Right? In whatever um whatever category you are talking about, right? In this case, it would be love, relationship. Another case would be professional misstep or missed opportunity. Another word would be interpersonal relationships. Whatever it is that you're holding on to this past, ask yourself, this past episode, this past event I'm holding on to, and you know deep down which one you're holding on to. You know deep down what is this category touching? Is it touching about business, work, opportunity, career? Is it touching about your love relationships, about a potential of love, right? A relationship you have? Is it touching about your self identity? You're proud of who you are or who you would like to become? Is it touching about, I don't know, interpersonal relationship with family members, for example, right? You look into what is this category and then you ask yourself today, does this current category make me satisfied? Am I satisfied today in my life with this current category? And more often than not, guys, you will probably see a relationship. You'll probably see a trend or something connecting. And chances are, if you don't feel fully satisfied or at peace with this category with your life, it's some perhaps that's one of the reasons why you're holding on to this past, right? Because it was better off, or because it's a missed opportunity, or I could have had the power back then to change things the way I wanted. But today I feel powerless. To feel powerless, it's so draining for us human. So I just wanted to bring that up as you were sharing the
mm,
beautiful thing you were saying. Um, this comparison that we're having is what makes us hold on to the past. And what you said, Miriam, is exactly that. We've got to let go. Not because it's illogical, Macy, to think of the past again and again. People know, they're conscious. They know it's useless for them to keep thinking of the past. I'm addressing yourself to your inner heart, to your inner alignment. It doesn't serve you anymore. Let it go. It will not get you a better future. It will not get you a better present. It doesn't serve you anymore because it has passed. All we can do now is get lessons from it. And like you said, craft your identity to what can serve you. And that's where resources come into play. That's where you can have help. That's when you can read books. That's when you can have different type of resources to teach you how do I craft my identity today to serve me better. So back to you, Miriam.
Thank you for sharing this. It's I mean it's true. You're saying it right. I mean, you have to get out of this, yeah, let's say it, victim mindsets, to think that things are not happening against you. Never, 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 never. There, if you always look back towards your past, you can choose to think, no, I didn't receive that. I could have done this. Yeah, there were so many opportunities for you because God or the universe is giving you opportunities every day. Every day, even on the boring days where you are where nothing is happening, there is an opportunity in front of you. Always. But are you in this frequency to see it, to attract it? To no, I don't think so. So that is something you need to change. You need to switch. And once you see that, you will see an overflow of opportunities. People coming to you, you will only attract. So that's why it's so important to take your time to to suffer a little bit if you feel like you need to suffer or to process or whatever, but then to clearly decide, like, I don't want to stay there. What do you want? So choose who you want to be, and then you're gonna act on it, you know. And even there is this beautiful saying, and for me, this is the first thing my yoga teacher told me is fake it until you make it. I love that. And always I acted out of this when I was teaching, when I was a newbie, you know. Be confident, even if you don't feel it right now inside you that you are not that person, you are not the millionaire. Fake it. Fake it towards yourself, you know, it doesn't matter. Dress up, make yourself, take care of your skin, take care of yourself, eat healthy, you know, do your sports. But it does so much to you. That's the easiest way to get out of it because that is something you can actually feel. You know, the money is not there yet, but cleaning your face, making your hair, moving your body, feeling alive, feeling vital, that is something that you feel. And that is something that is bringing you into action. So these are the little steps that you can take to slowly start shifting the identity. And once you take care of the physical body, you slowly start to take care of the internal body. It's just happening slowly because you just know that you can do it. Why not? So there is, we need to understand that there is no difference between a millionaire, a billionaire, and you. There is no difference. It's completely the same person, just one person shifting the identity and believing in it and completely visualizing it and acting on this frequency, and the other person not trusting in it, not believing in it, and staying low. That's the only difference between them. It's not the money. It's not the money part. It's only the mindset and the frequency.
It's beautiful. Thank you for this reminder, Miriam. And truthfully, it's such a beautiful reminder to help people realize how can we start letting go of your past, right? Stop letting the past define you, right? We talked about identity, like you just said. So what is it that identifying you today? What defines you today? Stop let the past define you. Repeat that. Stop let the past define you. Create your own identity today. And exactly what you just said. By faking it, by showing up, by deciding what you want to become more, by the power of the mindset. It's truly powerful. And it the amount of energy, I want to circle back to that. The amount of energy, guys, that you're leaking, that you're wasting, overthinking your past, reassessing it, comparing yourself from the past, overthinking again and again and again, and imagining the scenarios or all the possibilities back then, like you said, that we could have done, is useless. It's wasted energy. And it takes you so much more energy than you think, that you probably feel sometimes tired, depleted, unmotivated, not taking action in your life. Everything is connected, guys. Everything is energy. All the energy that you waste on something that doesn't serve you, and we're talking here about holding on to the past, but I can talk about many things that we're wasting energy on, is wasted energy. It is taking away from your vitality. It is taking away from hoping about dreams. It is taking away of making you want to achieve your bigger dreams and become whomever you want to become more. So you gotta sever this tie, break it.
And it's stopping you from bringing the things faster to you.
Of course,
It can happen tomorrow. You know, the job that you want, the money that you want, the relationship that you want, the marriage that you want, the child, it can happen so quick. Because if you believe in God or the universe, call it whatever, if you believe in they want good for you, they want richness, they want
never.
best, it will only come to you. Like, this is really the mindset shift. Instead of thinking everything is against me, it's not happening, why? You have to really understand that things are not against you, things are only for you. Everything is for you.
Yeah. And back then, when you thinking you should have done things differently, like you said, and you have multiple ways of reacting or acting or doing things differently. I like to say to my clients also that at that moment, you did your best with what you knew. At that moment, you did the best with what you had as resources, as knowledge, as consciousness, as whatever you were. Were you younger? Were you less mature? Were you less knowledgeable of life? You did your best with what you did. I did my best in my past. I could have done many things differently in my past. And you too, Miriam, right? Regarding school, for example, regarding business opportunities, regarding being more disciplined in my life, regarding taking this class or this guy, regarding investing in money in certain things or not. I could have done so many things differently, but I did my best, quote unquote, with what I had at that moment. You've got to make peace with your old versions. Hmm. You've got to make peace with your past self, because that's the only way for you to move forward and be free from your past. So you can embrace this new journey, embrace this new identity. Because as long as you hold on to this past and this old self and this old version of you, you cannot fully step in into this new identity. Yes or no? You gotta sever the tie. It's time. It doesn't serve you anymore. It's done. It had to happen as it had happened, and you've learned from it.
I think what one thing that I want to add to the first part, why people are holding on to it, it's also really the thing that where I lost my thoughts. Wait, it needs to come back.
Lovely.
Okay, and it needs to come back anyways. I'm going to continue talking so it will come back. Um, but making the peace with your past, as you said, it is so important, and accepting, it really accepting that it's
Yeah.
it's part of us. It's so okay to, when we see those images of people, it doesn't even have to be a superstar or a person very far from you. Maybe there's someone in your city that you idolize. Don't think that this person didn't go through transformation. That person had a different identity before. Maybe that person had the same identity like you had or that you have right now. You know, everyone that I saw that is successful had a past, but they accepted it, and that is why they are successful because they accepted it. That was part of me. It's
Mm-hmm.
somewhere, it is part of me, but I choose to let it go because it was in the past. And now I shift all my focus into the now. And I mean, there is really like literally no person that I know, even if I refer it to yoga teachers that I feel so drawn to, that feel to me like goddess, I can see when I have a conversation with them through like what amount of hardship they went through in order to be that passionate and loving and light and happy right now. Because when you perceive them right now in that moment, you only see beauty, right? But you need to break that part. People say, or there is a saying, in when you see someone being very loving and kind and like beautiful, I think there is also, you can only love that strong and be that beautiful and shining when you also had strong pain inside you, because it means that you're feeling something. You feel yourself. There's people who don't feel, so they are neutral. But there's people who feel very strong. So everything that you're going through, you feel very strong. But it also means that you can change. So when you feel pain, hardship, you can change it and transform it because all of it is just energy. And energy we can always transform.
You embody it all. You're right. I see the time flying. I want to respect the time into conclusion, but I love that everything is an energy and you transform it because you embody it all, the pain, the hardships, the beauty, the can everything is one, guys. Everything is part of it all. And I love it because we can literally replace and let go of the past with accepting of the past. It's the same. And you said it. When you see people rise and they share their past, it's actually what their past that was struggling, that was painful, that was hardshiping, is actually because of this hardship past that they've become who they are today. Exactly what you said. What you think is not what you think is gonna what you think is gonna deconstruct you or make you weaker is actually what's gonna make you stronger, right? And you've heard that before. So whatever you went through in this past that hurts you and you think of it again, is actually what the fuck's gonna makes you stronger and learn better and get empowered from it, right? So for all of you guys that holding on to a past, I invite you to one, do this introspection. What past exactly are you hurting from and holding on to? What category of your life is touching base with? And what really touch hurt? What is this? Is it touching the self-worthiness? Is it touching the deservedness of getting this success, getting this person in your life, or whatever? What does it touch sensitively? And today, look at it. What are the changes I have to make to feel happy and empowered and fulfilled in this category in my life today? Without expecting from others to give you, without external validation, like we said, right? Because it all starts within. And three, what is what you said exactly during the call? What is the identity you want to emulate more? Who do you want to become more? And all those three steps together will make you move forward, help even more and more. Will help you get at peace with your past. Will help you let go of it, accepting it, and use all of your packages and all your luggages and baggages, as we call it, to create such a strong foundation of this new identity and this new empowered self.
I don't have anything to add, to be honest.
You're so pretty, Mariam. You're like just smiling. I found you so pretty.
Thank
Thank you.
you. No, I was trying to find the thought that I had why I interrupted you, but it's not coming back. but you ended it in a very nice way. I mean, it's really to have my last sentence is really just about you can, you can. Everyone, no matter where you are right now, you can switch like this the
You
moment
can.
you want, like right now.
It's time that you take the can and make it happen, because you're not meant to live in pain and suffering, and especially regarding your past. We're not meant to live in the past, people. We're not meant to live in the future. Like Miriam said so beautifully, all we have is the present. So as soon as you go back, past or future, you're disaligned. You're not meant to live this way. Honor yourself that to live in your highest purpose here on earth. Now I'm becoming spiritual right now, but anyway, I could go on and on about that, but beautifully said, Mariam. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. See you in 2 weeks for the next episode. And yeah, big kisses to everyone. Thank you so much again for your presence as usual.
Bye.
Bye.